Hello friends, welcome back to Toppers World. My name is Praveen Kumar and today in this video I'm going to share some important information regarding how to do IELTS reading. And you would be surprised to know that 90% students don't know actually how to do reading. They do practice in wrong way. And in this video I'm going to share my ideas regarding how we can do IELTS reading practice so that we can surely get 6+ bands in our first attempt of IELTS exam. As you know, it is well said that practice makes a man perfect. But what happens if our practice is not perfect? If our practice is wrong? If we do wrong practice, then the result will be imperfect. Our results will be imperfect. We will not be able to get the right score. So the first thing that we have to do to look at our way of practicing reading test. So this video is going to tell you the way, exact or right way that you should follow to do your IELTS reading. Many of my students have done or followed my instructions and they cleared the IELTS exam in the first attempt with very high band, and the same technique I am now going to share with you. So whenever you start your practice of IELTS reading, the first step that you have to do is to check all the reading passages. First take a glimpse, what we can say, a glance of all three passages. Passage 1, passage 2, see the type of questions, headings, matching headings or blanks, summary, what kind of questions are there. So first of all, read the heading. For example, here neuroaesthetics. Are you already familiar with this term? If there is any passage which you have already read about it on your school time, college time, or in your previous IELTS reading practices, then first of all, you should start your reading from that passage. For example, here is Raising the Mary Rose. How a 16th century warship was recovered from the seabed. So this is something related to history. And if you have keen interest in history and had read already about so many things about history of different countries or continents, then I advise you that you should start from that passage. This is a second passage of academic reading, and you see the passage paragraphs are quite big, and this is also something related to history. What destroyed the civilization of Easter Island? So what you have to do, you should first of all start reading 2-3 lines of each paragraph and try to assess that what they are about. Then you should come to headings, and after that you should read headings, and you should read headings 2-3 times so that each sentence should completely store in your brain. And after that again then quickly start reading the first 2 lines or last 2 lines of each paragraph and try to match with them. For example, here you can see that this paragraph is small in size, so you should start from this paragraph. Then you should go in any order, like here you find this paragraph is a little bit bigger than this, the second, then accordingly. So always, when you start matching the headings, you should start from smaller paragraphs first, because it is easy to find the heading from the small paragraphs. And suppose you get summary type question, and first of all, what you have to do, you should read the lines or sentences and then go to the passage to find out that where these lines are there. They will be not in same order. They might be paraphrased over there, or different kind of words would be used over there. So you should think about, for example, destroyed. So destroyed is here. What can be the synonym of destroyed that can be there in the passage? Try to assess that. And next is, suppose all the three passages are different to you, you don't know anything about them, and your first time reading such kind of passages, then you should start your reading from third passage. Mostly, third passage is the most difficult one, and it takes a lot of time as the language is tough and the content is usually too much in the third passage to read. So you can spend 25 minutes to the third passage, and for that, first of all, you should, when you start your reading from third passage, you should first of all read all the questions. Spend 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes on questions. Read questions 2 times, 3 times, so that you can have better understanding of the questions. And after that, you should start scanning your passage 3 for the information that is you need for the answer. Scan quickly and use pencil for underlining the main points, and try to solve all the passage within 20 to 25 minutes. Don't spend more than 25 minutes. You should keep in mind that 25 minutes are enough or sufficient for passage number 3. After that, you should come to passage number 2. Passage number 2 is smaller in size as compared to passage number 3. And the same strategy, spend 3-4 minutes on reading the question, and after that, find the answers. Last passage you should do passage number 1, because that passage is quite easy, small in size, and you can easily, if you have done practice in this way, starting from third passage, then moving to second, and then last you should do passage number 1. If you do regular practice in this way and attempt the first passage last, definitely you will find it quite easy to do the passage number 1. What happens when we start reading from passage 1, then 2 and 3? What happens as we move from one passage to second passage? We get tired. Our mind get tired and we are not able to focus. By the time you reach to the passage number 3, you are already exhausted. You know, and you will be agree with me that by the time you reach at the third passage, your energy level decreases, and third passage is difficult and mind doesn't work. Then you go on guess working, blind guess you do, and after that the result is that you are able to only correct 2 or 3 answers from the passage number 3. And 90% students do these things. And if you repeat the same technique of reading again and again, that is a wrong practice, and the results will definitely not as expected by you. So change the order. Start your reading from third passage, then second, then the first, and practice in this way at least 1 month, and you will get amazing results. 100% guaranteed results will be that your score will be above 23, and you might get 6.5 or 7 bands if you practice in this way, and condition is that if your understanding is good. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.